Hi, it's Sherri from A Quilting Life, and I'm here today to share a recent couple of finishes. I just finished up the Quilter's Big Tote by Minki Kim, and then I had to have something to go with it, and so I made the free Moda mini charm pouch, both of them in my raspberry summer fabrics. I actually wanted to make this for our Quilt Market booth, and I love the pattern. I'm going to do kind of like a little mini pattern review for you and talk about it. I've also got my charming hexagon tote here, just kind of for a size to show you. This tote is really big. This is a great size tote that my laptop will fit in even. But just to show you how big this pattern is, I wanted to have that for a size comparison. And then I'm actually going to talk a little bit about the construction of this bag and some of its unique features. And let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so yes, I wanted to show you the pattern. It is the Quilter's Big Tote by Minki Kim. And she also has a patchwork version that is a little bit different than the patchwork I did. I just used 2 mini charm packs and picked out the ones I wanted to use for my patchwork and put it together and trimmed mine to the exact same size that she had done with her patchwork version. So really love how it turned out. I did do just a solid piece of fabric for the back. Now you could do patchwork for both, but I was so excited to get this made. I just went ahead and did straight line quilting for my back. Now I did use soft and stable for my bag, which is kind of my stabilizer of choice. Minki suggests using Bosal R foam, single-sided fusible foam, or soft and stable. So she kind of gives you both options. The other notion that you're going to need to make this is there is a 1.5 inch wide strapping inside this handle, and so I'll have a link to that also. One other thing about her tote is that technically it is reversible. I'm going to show you. She has you finish everything with binding. All your seams are covered in binding. And I used my Dresden print. I thought it would be super cute. Now, if you do turn it inside out, your handle, where you've sewn your handles, are going to show, but I mean, they're completely sewn down, and it actually looks pretty cute, I think. So it's actually a completely reversible tote, too. And again, she has you finish all the seams with binding, so there are no raw edges at all. And then I want to show you one more thing. Minki has these really cute little labels. She actually gave me some when I visited with her at the Garden of Quilts. And so I had to put a Minki label on both of these bags. And I actually put the same one. It just says love in every stitch, and I just sewed it on before I assembled my bag. I also did go ahead and put that love in every stitch label on my mini charm bag. Okay, so really a great pattern, and what's even better is that Minki has a video that you can watch while you're putting your bag together. I just had my laptop right here, and I stopped and started as I was watching her video to make sure I was doing everything right. And she doesn't really talk in her videos. She just plays background music, but she does put pertinent information up on the screen in words. So just really have to say it's my first Minki Kim pattern that I've sewn, and I love it. I think it's going to be awesome to have such a big tote. I'll be displaying it at Quilt Market, but I'll also be probably using it to take things back and forth to my room every night. Because it is so large, it'll be able to hold a good amount of things. Okay, and then just another note about this bag. We actually filmed a full video tutorial for this, so we will link that so you can watch it. Again, I used a mini charm pack of Raspberry Summer. I used a by Annie zipper. I used Soft and Stable. And I guess because I had just made this bag from Minki, I went ahead and finished all of my seams inside with binding as well. I just thought it was so cute how she finished all of her seams with binding, and so I thought, you know what? This pattern just has you zigzagging, and if you watch our tutorial video, you'll see that. But I thought it would be so cute with the gingham on the inside and the red. So I did. I went ahead and finished my seams. I put 2 little pull tabs, and on this one, I actually attached one of our new Dresden mini charms that you can get from Fat Quarter Shop. And on this one, I just put a little clip in if I wanted to clip. I thought, you know, I could have done a clip inside there, and then I could have clipped this to the inside. I'll have to do that with my next bag. Again, the Love in Every Stitch little label I added to it, so really happy with that. And now we're going to just do a quick down shot. I'm going to show you kind of my preferred way to prep soft and stable for bag sewing. Okay, I did just want to show you, since we have the camera for the down shot now, just a little bit up close. I actually just did sew straight lines for my quilting about 5/8 of an inch apart. And I did extend my stitch length to a 3.0. I almost kind of think I like 3.5 better. But I did do about a 3.0 on this and quilted that. And if you can tell, there is also some quilting in this handle, just kind of decorative to really secure that fabric to the strapping that's inside. Something that you could also easily do on this pattern is, you know, you could add some type of a snap or button closure. You could sew a button here, and you could actually have a loop sewn into the binding on the top if you wanted to keep it closed. That is one thing I really like about this bag, and I know I've shown it to you before, but it does have the zipper top, you know, that helps keep things inside. But just a really great tote, especially if you're looking for something large. It would make an awesome beach bag or shopping bag. Just a really great tote. One thing I like to do to save time when I am making bags and totes is I like to actually have my long arm quilter do the quilting for me. And I just wanted to show you, this is some that I had Marion quilt. I'm actually going to make some little gift items out of this fabric. And this is actually our Laguna Sunrise fabric. It's in stores now. So sometimes I will just take a piece of backing, and I use the hexagon print from Strawberry Lemonade for that. And then I will take a big piece of Soft and Stable. That's the stabilizer. And then a piece of fabric. And kind of like a quilt, she will just make a quilt sandwich out of it, and she will do an all over pretty dense pattern on there. That way I can cut this up into whatever I want to make. If I want to make, you know, I have plenty here. I could make the front and the back of one of these large totes, but I think I'm going to do some smaller projects for some gifts. But I really just love having the quilter do this so that I don't have to spend all of my time doing the quilting myself. If I hadn't wanted to get this done so quickly, I probably would have sent that patchwork to be quilted, but I was so anxious to get it done that I did quilt it myself. But just an option if you make a lot of bags and you don't want to spend all of your time quilting. This is just another way that you can get your fabric prepared for, and then you can get right to the fun part, right to the fun part of making your bag. So again, we will have everything linked in the description below. I will have the Soft and Stable linked. I will have the strapping linked. This is actually a wider strapping than I used on this bag. I'm going to show you just really quick. I used 1.5 inch wide here and 1 inch wide here. So a little bit thinner straps. You could go ahead and use wider strapping on this bag, or you could use narrower on this, but I'll link the strapping, and I will also link Minki's pattern And again, I will also link the video that we did with a full tutorial for this bag. And this is a free pattern, so I'll also have a link where you can get that pattern. Okay, so that's it for my Quilter's Big Tote pattern review. The pattern is by Minki Kim. And again, as I mentioned, I really love my bag and how it turned out. It's really fun for me to sew with other people's patterns and sometimes learn new techniques and new ways of putting things together. So I really enjoyed making this. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it with a friend, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for stopping by.